Hey, so welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
We had one thing sell in the store overnight, and I'll get that boxed up here shortly. But right now, we're going to go out and feed the kitty cats.
They are. All right, Savannah, we're coming over to check your abode.
And we got the regular cats fed, and the regular cats being the barn cats. The inside cats, are they irregular? I don't know why I call them regular cats. We're going to go check on the kittens now, though. So, that's the plan.
Plan. Need a plan.
Good morning.
And look, Savannah's in there with them today.
All right, so I won't be changing their bedding because she's in there right now.
Hey, Savannah. How are you? She meowed.
Good morning. Oh, good morning. I got food. Yeah, I got food. Good job. Good job.
At least we've got food.
Yeah, she's not hissing this morning, so that's a good sign. You being good for the camera, Savannah?
All right.
You're going to have to do something about your little kitten there with the eye that's caked shut, the one you're holding on to.
Yeah.
What is that one? That's
Ember.
Ember.
The little yellow one?
Uh-huh.
That's Ember. Yeah, we've got some. We can
It's
wash it off with the.
It's actually looking a little better.
All right. I was gonna say at some point if we come out and Savannah's not in there, I'll bring a warm wash cloth like I did with Fernando.
All right.
Okay, here's some food, Savannah. Here you go, sweetie. There you go. Here you go. Want some fresh water?
It's okay, Savannah. It's all good. It's all good, girl.
All right. Here's some fresh water. Yeah. All right. So later today, when you're out doing your little rounds, I'm gonna do some housekeeping. Okay? Because you're getting a lot of food and stuff in there, so we need to try to clean it up a little bit. Let me get your kibble bowl. And I'm gonna go get you some fresh kibble, okay? I'll be right back.
We have some catty kibble left on the shelf.
Here you go. Here you go. There you go. All done.
All right, you have a good day. Relax. Let your babies eat. And we'll check in with you later. All right, cats are fed. Debbie's going off to do some things in the house. There are some things we need to get done around here today as well. We had one item sell in the store overnight, and that was a vintage 1962 The Greatest of These Is Love HC gift book dedication, 1973. So what all that means is basically, because I already pulled it, this book, The Greatest of These Is Love, and it's copyright 1972. It's in good shape. There's a dedication inside the book dated 1973, and that is going to go. I'm waiting for it to load.
We haven't got all day. Let's go.
Ah, there we go. That is going to go to Laura in Brooklyn, New York. So let's find a box to put the book in, and then we'll get that off to Laura in Brooklyn, New York today.
Brooklyn, New York.
So we got that book packaged up. We have a lot of things to get done around the homestead. Obviously, we still haven't sold the place. I'm still here. And we're still traveling back and forth to Florida for a lot of reasons. And we still haven't found the place. We found like 3 places, to be honest with you, that we really like down in Florida. And we just haven't moved fast enough and haven't been able to move fast enough to secure those places. So they were all 3 purchased by someone else. And they got some nice places too. And what I'm looking for is, you know, something with space. that I can do this kind of work with. What I'm doing around here today, though, is we got weeds growing everywhere. So I need to clean up the place a bit, make it look prettier. We need to finish mulching around the house. And I need to get this lock off this shed so I can get in here to my weed killer. So stand by.
Ain't no key to that padlock.
So I got the shed open. It's a good thing. Now, this place is a mess. That's fuel, diesel and gasoline for the tractors. That is, I think, kerosene for the heaters. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is this thing, which is a sprayer. And we trust that it's still in good shape. That's a generator, by the way. That's a real nice generator, by the way. And this, that's Roundup. And there's some in there. And there's some in there. All right. And I think I've got a whole new jar of weed killer in the garage I just purchased the other day. So I need to get this guy ponied up and walk it around and get some stuff killed.
The weed killer wouldn't go amiss in here.
Well, I managed to get the top off this thing. It required me to release the pressure with that little pressure point. And this old Roundup, I'm assuming is still good, but boy, that stuff is like, that's like syrup.
Big syrup?
That's interesting stuff. So we put some of that in there. What I got to do now is put put some water in this.
The water actually dilutes it, so.
See if we can get some water into this thing. Where's the end of this? Let's start grabbing things. Here we go. I'm not saying I'm lazy or anything like that, but you know, liquid weighs what? More per volume than anyway. I know it's heavy. So what I'm probably gonna go do is get a zero turn, and I'm gonna sit on the zero turn and drive around with this. So let's go get the zero turn. Hopefully this guy starts. I put a new battery in it 2 days ago. So hopefully that solves our ignition problems. We'll fire it up. Well, that fired right up. It's good to go. And take this over to well, that made it easier to haul around, I can tell you that. Because this thing isn't light. Now we got to pump it up. Pump up the volume.
Pump up the volume.
Pump it up. Oh, look at that. That's the way it's supposed to work. I sprayed a lot of those weeds out on the mulch, but the rest of the place where we haven't mulched yet needs a bit of weed whacking before I start spraying anything. So 80 volt battery for this Cobalt weed whacker, and just got to make sure we get the battery in there in the right direction. And it always takes a hit. I probably should have checked that ahead of time, but as you see, I got green lights, so it's ready to go. And then, oh yeah, that sounds like a weed whacker. Yeah, that's good. And now we're gonna go whack some weeds.
Our weeds are whack, yo.
We had a ornamental ground light over there that has seen better days. You can see it's all yellowed and faded, and I think it needs to go in the dumpster. So that's where I'm heading now. Then I'm gonna go get the tractor, which is kind of fun. The reason I laugh is because you saw me earlier on the zero turn. Why I left the zero turn at the front of the property, because I ended up walking anyway. So now I'm getting another vehicle, and I'm going to use that to carry mulch. I've decided to go at this just one section at a time. I find mixing things up keeps things entertaining. So it's time to get on this guy, which I know will start. I have no doubt in my mind that this will start, because it's a workhorse. So I think what I'm going to do is leave this trailer full of mulch in here and move the bags from there to that bucket. That's my plan.
I love it when a plan comes together.
I just remembered there's a rake I need, and it's out in a red barn. I need to go get that rake. Well, I was down here putting some mulch in, getting this little section done, and I heard some tiny little birds squeaking. And there's a little bird nest up here, and I'll go in and give you a closer look at what's inside there. Pretty cool, huh? It's springtime. It's springtime. And I gotta go weed whack this other section over here next and get this toy out of here. This little child sandbox thing needs to go away. And then I'm gonna weed whack this out, kill the weeds, and do some mulching over here.
Time machine? I didn't know you had a time machine.
All right, so it is the next day. We got a lot done outside, and I'll show you what we did outside, but we had a couple things sell in the store overnight. This is a bunch of glass, what are they, candle holders, I guess. They started out as ruby red, apparently, at one time, but the colors on them are fading, so they're various colors. They're from ruby red to amber. There's 8 of them in this box, and they're the hobnail peg that you put tea lights in. So you can put them in candlesticks, and there's a picture of them. That'll give you an idea of that. Anyway, Sarah over in St. David, Illinois, bought that from us, and that's going out to the post office today. And this is the cow sills. It's going to Esther in Milford, Delaware. And it's The Rain, The Park, and Other Things on side 1, and River Blue on side 2, 45 RPM record going to Esther in Milford, Delaware. So thank you all for buying those 2 things from us. We've had other things sell in the store since I've touched base with you, but quite frankly, I didn't pick up the camera. So it looks like it's going to rain outside, but I'm thinking about risking it and taking the Jeep.
Ah, the Jeep.
So it's about 53 degrees out here, and it looks like there's rain coming in, but we're going to take the risk and run this, and hopefully I don't freeze and don't get wet. And the farmers are out farming the field, so that's who I'm waving at. We got a lot done. We put some fresh gravel down on the driveway, and I love friendly farmers. They're out getting the fields ready in springtime. And yep, it's cold out. I'll catch up with you guys in just a bit. Success! We made it back, and I didn't get drenched. The cool thing is that when you're doing 60 with no top on, right, the rain kind of hits the windshield and flies right over the top, unless it's a serious downpour. But it's a light rain, so I didn't get wet at all. The windshield got wet, the hood got wet, not me. So to give you a little idea of what we did when I wasn't recording, you remember the birds? I think that was the last thing I showed you, were the birds screaming out of the nest. Well, sadly, one of those birds fell out of the nest. Nothing to do with us, but yeah, that's the way it goes. Anyway, I refreshed the driveway, which you see is a large driveway. Some of that's new gravel. Some of that is gravel we just churned up from over the years and scraped back to the top. Now, I've got another load of gravel coming, so we're going to put another top on this. I did pull the RV out, ran through some specs on it. It managed to hold up over the winter pretty well, and so it's been moved and put back in place. I had a carbon monoxide sensor going off in there, and it doesn't sound like it's going off anymore. I aired out the RV yesterday, and I think that solved the problem. Something in there was causing the carbon monoxide sensor to go a little wacky. What else can I bring you up on that's happened since I last hit the record button? Oh, the mulch. Debbie and I mulched all the way around the house, and I think it looks pretty good. Walk over here and I'll show you what we've done on the mulch. So this area over here by the house has been mulched, and all the way around this tree and around those bushes and the hose bin right there, and then around those bushes there, as well as around to the front side of the house as well. And we pressure washed the shed, a little garden shed, and Debbie pressure washed the garden shed, as a matter of fact. So these walls have been, in the house here, have been pressure washed. They had some moss grown on them, and this side of the shed got pressure washed as well. And as you can see, we've mulched this area. That's a raspberry bush that we pruned back. It was about 5 feet tall, and now it's a little guy. And I pressure washed this side of the house and that gutter up there because it had moss on it as well. Being on the north side of the house where we live, that's the kind of thing that happens here. Anyway, we did mulch like this all the way around the house. So we were working hard. And I don't think that's why Debbie's under the weather today, but Debbie is certainly under the weather today. She did get up this morning, and that's why I ran to the post office. And it gave me an excuse to drive the Jeep. Oh, and you see I did the gravel all the way around. And my hose over here is not tight. I think I need to put some Teflon on that. We're gonna turn it off for now. But Debbie did get up this morning and she came out and fed the kitty cats. And the kittens, boy, they're growing like really fast. And I thought I'd walk out here if they'll let me. If Savannah will let me, I'll show you what the kittens are up to. So if you remember, the kittens are over here in a barrel. Hey, Savannah. How are you? That's Savannah and her kittens. And they're all doing really well. And Savannah's eating her food. And life is grand in the walnut barrel. Yeah, they're all getting real big. All right. That gives you an update on the kittens. Not much to see there. They pretty much just sleep and eat, and that's about it. Kind of like, and go to the bathroom, I guess. It's kind of like human babies. Not a lot to see yet, but they are stumbling around a little bit. You see they have their eyes open, and I'm sure they'll be wanting to come out of the barrel here pretty soon. I'm not sure how long we'll see them after that happens, because again, Mom is a feral cat, and likely those kittens will be feral as well. I think it's time to go back in the eBay store and get caught up on a few things, because I don't think I can work out here until this rain passes.
You don't work in the rain.
Well, I don't think this rain's going to stop any. I think in fact, it rained harder. So I've gotten some work done on the Jeep. I'll show you what I've done. I put a couple of mounts on the front bumper that are for our Blue Ox tow bar. So that mount right there and that mount over there. So the plan is we can haul that behind. We've got those mounts on the front. We can haul behind the RV. That's the rest of my thought. We have those similar mounts on the front of Debbie's Jeep. So right down here, these little round pegs are actually the same thing. There's inserts that go in those little pegs that look just like the mounts on the front of the YJ. So now both Jeeps can be towed by the RV with the, walk out here if it's, quit raining. Oh. Now both Jeeps can be towed by this Blue Ox tow bar that's on the back of the RV. So, see, I got something accomplished even though it's raining outside. Debbie's still under the weather, as we're all under the weather, aren't we? The weather's, where'd that phrase come from?
It's an industry term.
Debbie's not feeling well, so she's inside trying to get better. And this will be the second run to the post office, right? We've had 2 things sell in the store. No, 3 things sell in the store. 2 audio CDs and a Avon Christmas train wreath. Yeah, there's a picture of it. Christmas train wreath. I know, sounds weird. But what happens is it's got a motion sensor on it, and when you walk up to it, the train runs around the wreath. That's kind of cool. Runs on batteries. It'd be silly if it ran on, like an electric cord. Then you'd have to run an electric cord to your front door.
My good gray extension cord.
Anyway, that's sold. And the 2 audio CDs were some Christian CDs. Oh gosh, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of them. I can tell you that one of them is going to Calvin in Fairborn, Georgia. And the other audio CD is going to Andrew in Philadelphia, PA. The Avon train wreath, that's going to William in Doral, Florida. So I'm going to make that run as soon as I finish my coffee. And then I'm kind of wondering what I should do next. There's a bunch of stuff to do house-wise. There's a bunch of stuff to do. But there's still a bunch of Jeep stuff that I can do. I got some Jeep accessories for my birthday. So that's where I got the Blue Ox mounts. I got to tell you, that was they were a little tricky to put on. It looks like simple plug and play, right? But it is drilling through 4 holes through a steel bumper. And if you know anything about a Jeep YJ, there is a tube right there that runs the length behind the bumper that also needs to be drilled through. So that's 4 holes through the steel bumper and through that tube. And then 6-inch long bolts go through that with a mounting plate on the back to mount those up. And it came with instructions, and I got to tell you, the instructions were like,
and take back one kadam to honor the Hebrew God whose ark this is.
Yeah, that's what it was like. It was like find the center of the bumper, measure 10 and 1/8 inch to either side from the center, then measure 21 and 7/8 inches back to either side to find the center point. Then
They're digging in the wrong place.
it's like, oh, what is that, right? So what I did is I just looked up online what the minimum and maximum spacing was for those to be apart for a Blue Ox tow hitch. And then found the center of the bumper, and then looked at the back of that tube, because there's some things you have to avoid underneath the Jeep, like power steering and other important things that you don't want to drill through. So then I found a good point within that 18 to 33 inch range that, actually I think it was 16 to 33 inch range, and I went with 18 inches on center. So that's what those are. Those are 18-inch on center. So within the guidelines of the Blue Ox, and I put it up behind the RV, and it hooked up just fine. So
That's it.
I do have a top. As you know, I have a top for this Jeep that I really like, but I'm not invested enough in the day that I'm going to put the top on it. I'm going to take the car because it's raining, and I just do not get caught in the downpour in Indiana when it's about 62 outside. I think I've had enough of that coffee. It's about 62 degrees outside. So wet and windy at 62 just doesn't sound like a good time. And we're going to toss these guys in the back seat.
Oh, blimey, how time flies.
Well, I hate it when this happens. I'm in Florida. As you know, we've been going through a lot of changes. A lot of things are moving quickly. And I had to pack a bag and head down to Florida. Debbie is back in Indiana. She's running the eBay store without me. So, hope she's doing well. I'm sure you all are getting your packages on time and everything's going great. So that's not an issue. As you know, our eBay store is not a full-time activity for us. It certainly has saved our tookishes.
My tookish.
Is that correct? More than once. And most recently, I lost my full-time gig in February, and I've been looking to replace that, and I found a good gig. Plus, I have to be in Florida anyway. So it's part of the move of moving the eBay store and the house to Florida. And I am down here. Debbie's up there. She's handling house showings. And we're moving the ball forward. So well, there'll be more about that in the next video. Also have an update on the cats. Some of it's good, some of it's not so good. On the kittens that are out in the barn. So we'll give you an update on that as well in the next video. So I know that's teasing a lot about the next video, but we've reached the end of this video. We've hit that 30-minute mark. So stay tuned, keep watching, hit the like button, and we'll catch you all next time.